LiveRadio.com, where excitement meets diversity 24/7.
And welcome here on Tinasha Gray Show. We are engaging in conversation about our social wellness, folks. No doubt about it. On this beautiful day, we're talking about these things because it really do matter. It matters how you live in this season, not just how you end, but how you live, because we know at the end of the day, we want to hear well done. It's going to be well done for really how you live. And scripture tells us if we say we love our brother, but we say we love God, but we hate our brother, that's a problem. We are considered a liar. The truth is not in us. And so we ought to find ways, helpful ways, appropriate ways to have these relationships that glorify God, both going in, coming out, whatever we do, wherever we go. We are individuals who God would have sent to be in that space. And so there are people who would say I have no friends. And I find it very interesting that we have no friends in a world full of people all over the globe. And you may say, well, I have just not been out. I've just not been privy to have friends. Well, you've just not showed yourself friendly, because if you are friendly, you would have friends. And we're not just talking about frivolous friends. We're talking about friends who are there in your life and they are mandated by God to take you into your destiny, and vice versa. You're in their life to lead them into their destiny. And so I know for me and my spouse, Jason Gray, together we are commissioned to unlock destinies for others. So we're not offended when people come and people go, because that's just what it is. We are here to unlock destinies. So there's no personal gain at times for us, and we're pretty cool with that. And so find your purpose in relationships. Sometimes it's standard purpose. Sometimes it's a generalized purpose. Sometimes it's an individualized purpose that you are in relationship with another person. Now, that being said, what type of relationships are we talking about? Let's talk about family, friends, close proximity to you, the relationships that are collective, we say, that are more like a business relationship, and also those personal romantic relationships that you have. Family. In a family, you have lots of different people. When you look around, what is the purpose? Can we work together? Can we grow together? Can we plant seeds together? Can we water together? Can we find a mission that we can all agree on and head in that direction? Come on, we're family. If we say we're family, it means that there's something about us that's united. Our hearts are united for a certain mission. We call ourselves trailblazers. We call ourselves family members who are blazing trails, getting you to your destiny so that you can have all that you need as an individual. So each one help one. We support each other. And my thing is, if we are connected, knitted together, we call ourselves family, what is it that we are called to do? It can't just be that we're randomly walking around, floating like a leaf in the wind, and we're not getting ourselves into the destiny and the purpose in which God placed us and planted us in family. He set us in families. That's what his word says. And so we have to know why we are family. We call ourselves by our last names, but what does it mean? Are we walking, according to the meaning of our names? Are we walking into the purpose? And so your role in your family, yes, maybe to cover in prayer. That's good. Maybe to provide. That's also great. Maybe it's to intercede. That's wonderful. But there should be much more than that. Your purpose in your family can be to just be a blessing to your neighbor. Some people are families of service, they serve. Some people are families of givers, they give. Some people provide, jobs and other opportunities for others. Some people have, if you think about some families, they are in the industry of maybe grocery stores. They are in the industry of let's see, furniture building. That's some of my family members. Construction, some of my family members. Some of my family members are in counseling and coaching and ministry. So different families are called to different things. But what is your family called to? Your friends, which is another type of relationship. What type of relationship are you in that you cannot have them be the person that unlocks the door for you or pay for a thing for you or support you and mentor you and get you to the other end of the journey? We have to evaluate our relationship. And if we did that with core relationships, we'll find that there is a purpose. There's a reason why we are connected. And when you find that out, oh my goodness, it is dynamic that you will find an individual that you're connected with and you're growing together. So, my question to you is, have you found your purpose in the relationships that you have in your life? Do you know why you're connected with that friend? Why you and your neighbor click? Why you met this person at the post office and you suddenly click? There is a deeper reason other than, oh, yeah, we just click. There's a purpose. There is something that you're destined to accomplish together, something that you're destined to fulfill together. We have to begin to think why. When we think why, what is it that they're doing? What's in their hand? What it is that I'm doing, what's in my hand, what is it that we can do together to make this world a better place? What problems can we solve? What questions can we answer? What solutions can we bring to the table? How can we serve together? And if you have no mission, no vision, but I have a vision and a mission, then maybe you're called to help me. And I, in turn, will help you because there's always mutual agreement. There's always a mutual way in which we can give back to each other. And I find that as we think about it, we eventually grow together to accomplish so much more. So the African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, let's go together. That tells me we can go further when we put our heads together, our hearts together, our hands together to the plow. We can see much more be accomplished. So, as we talk about purpose in relationship, we look at those who are in close proximity to us. We'll find that there is a reason why I live so close to this person or on the same street. And, a few years back, I found purpose in that. We found that, we weren't just called to be here at the corner of the street and not say a word. So we opened our doors and allowed the neighbors to come in. We had prayer meetings at nights, on Monday night to be specific. Well, that prayer meeting continues even now. We came from our Monday night prayer meeting recently, and it was dynamic. Now, the same neighbors are still connected to us. We're connected to them. We're doing amazing things only because we decided to open the door and allow neighbors to come in and sup with us. They shared prayer requests and we shared our prayer requests and we prayed about it. We've seen God answer many prayers together. No doubt there is purpose in even being a neighbor on the street. There's purpose when you sit next to someone on the bus I've met friends on the bus. I met friends at the post office. I've met friends at the grocery store. You hear me? I've met friends all over the place. Why? It doesn't mean that they're co-friends. It just means that they are a part of the journey. They can lead me into my destiny. It is so amazing. I went to class one time and didn't have someone to watch my baby so I can come back to class the next day. And the person in the class, I shared with her, I won't be here tomorrow. I have no one to watch my child. And she's like, oh, I know someone who takes care of a child. Lo and behold, I got in touch with that person. They watched my baby. Today, yes, she is over 30 years older than I am, but we are best friends. She is like a mother. She is. She says, I'm your mother, along with my mother, but she is a Christian mother to me. And we are now growing together. She supports the ministry. She supports us. She loves us. She sometimes even cooks and prepares meals for our family. What am I saying? There is purpose. There is great possibilities that your relationship can be more if you invest. We've traveled together. We've gone places and enjoyed life together. It's just finding that purpose, finding that right communication with that individual, being able to connect with them. And I kid you not, if you invest and you give the resources, you bless others, you continue to sow seeds, you will be tremendously blessed by the things that God will do. Sometimes it just takes us stepping out of our comfort zone and being more than society says we should be to others. Let's be friendly. For that person who says you have no friend, I don't believe that you've done enough work to make friends. I believe that you've probably been, withdraw. You held yourself in so tightly that you did not allow someone to come in. I encourage you to open up a bit more and allow people to come in to your sphere. Allow them to be around you, get to know you, lighten up, relax. It's not that serious. Yes, people come, people go, but what you gonna do? Be open-minded and allow people to get to know you. You can make friends. You can be friendly. You just have to relax and don't be so tightly wound, and you'll be just fine. Trust me. Relax a little. If you get hurt and wounded, shake the dust off and keep moving. There are people who need you. How could we say we're present when we're absent? Yeah, you're in the room, but you're not here because you're not adding to what's happening. The fact that you're not saying anything, giving anything, sharing anything, it means that you're absent. So be present in relationships. Be what you know you ought to be for that person. I'm promising you it's not going to backfire if you be loving and gentle and kind and all you display is the fruit of the Spirit. If anything is going to happen, it's going to backfire. You don't have to worry about it. Just be honest, be truthful, be genuine in the relationships. Yes, they are meant for us to get to the next level of our journey. And we just have to keep flowing. As we talk about this and different types of relationships, we do realize that the loving relationships that we have with our significant others, they're also key to our existence. I cannot tell you how many times we've had to reset our values, reset our relationship goals, reset and recalibrate when it comes to understanding our roles and what it is that we ought to do. So, for example, if our family is going on vacation, everybody has a role. You know what your role is. You know what your role is. And if you don't, we can hand out the roles and people can participate. Everyone has a task to accomplish. And so you might be thinking, I do not have a role. Yes, you do. There is something that you absolutely can do, and you can do it better than anyone else can. Find your place, find your role, find the way in which you are meant to help and assist on the journey because well, at the end of the day, you will be that individual that can find your place. So it's hard sometimes to really find your place. But what I want to encourage you to do is practice. Practice with the smaller things. For example, teacher and parent. What's your role in that relationship with a teacher? Your role is to support the teacher. Your role is to support your child. Your role is to be that go-between person to make sure that whatever your child is learning in school, the teacher is communicating that effectively. Your job is to advocate for your child. Some parents don't understand that your role is truly to advocate for your child. But second to that is to also assist the teacher in making sure that the child is doing the work. If they did the work, then they'll also have the results. What else can be your role in relationship? So you may be a coworker, and as a coworker, your role is to assist that other person in getting the job done. If you don't assist them, maybe at some point you can cause the chain to be clogged. You can cause things to be backed up if you don't give that assistance. That assistance might be necessary for you to have that flow. So if you're a co-worker, the word says co. It means that you are working in tandem with another and you're coexisting, not one person's doing everything and you get to do nothing, or vice versa. What about if you're a friend? Your role in that relationship is to be, you be a friend. Be what you would want another to be. Golden rule: do unto others as you will have them do to you. So you ought to be the best friend you can be. You may not be a best friend in the BFF status, but you can graduate to that over time if you just be your best during this season of the friendship. You can become a lifelong friendship if you continue to work on it. Your job as a mother or father, a parent or grandparent is to make sure that that child is instructed well. They're walking the path. Train up a child in the way he should go. When he gets old, he will not depart from it. That's a promise. Your child is depending on you. Grandchild, yeah, they're depending on you. Same thing with aunts, uncles, nieces, and nephews. Your job is to assist each other on the journey. And I hear people say things like, because you're my parent, because you're my auntie, I do it just for you. That's right. Yeah, you're doing it because you're in a relationship with that person. And so you're gonna love them in appropriately so that they can be fulfilled just like you. I know for a fact it's better to be on that side of the table where you're able to give and to be a blessing. It's better to give than to receive. Remember that as we continue our wellness journey on this 16th day of the journey. Go forth, embrace those in your life, embrace your role and your responsibility in their life. We want you to do this so that you can continue to be your best. Stay locked in. 106 Live Radio, where excitement means diversity 24/7. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting live from Atlanta, while serving the entire globe. It's the fastest growing radio on the web. It's 106liveradio.com.
Youth with a Mission Caribbean Partners, Inc., Wayne and Cheryl Mitchell, with Youth with a Mission, YWAM, Grenada, exists for you to experience Christ-like transformation in your life, our community, and the nations. This is an informational message to let you know your missionaries need your spiritual and financial gifts. YWAM helps each person to learn how God has equipped them to minister in the local church and in their daily life. Thank you for your support. Your donation makes a difference. Our mission is to establish the kingdom of God through the equipping of young believers in church planting among the nations. If you would like more information on some of the ministries and staff in Grenada, contact Wayne and Cheryl by emailing charmich@gmail.com or visit their website at www.ywamgrenada.org.
Is that a faucet running?
That's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest. Forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink.
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
I didn't know the trees were so amazing.
Yep, and the forest gives us shade, trees to climb.
That's awesome. Let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does, just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
As a dad, you'll probably spend years teaching your son how to hit a baseball, how to throw a tight spiral and hit a receiver, how to spring off a diving board and hit the water, how to hit a 1-wood and a 9-iron, how to hit the bullseye, how to hit the strike zone, hit a jump shot, hit the open man, hit the hockey net, and maybe the most challenging of all, how to hit the books. But the question is this: how much time will you spend teaching him what not to hit? Teach your son early and often that all violence against women is wrong. For tips on what to say, visit endabuse.org. Brought to you by the Family Violence Prevention Fund, the Waite Institute for Violence Prevention, the Ad Council, and this station.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Lowering them could save you from having a stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's all good if you think you should check in. Yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Human trafficking is a problem and is an equivalent to modern day slavery. So here are some of the facts. Estimates suggest that about 50,000 people are trafficked into the U.S. each year, and between 100,000 to 300,000 children are at risk of being victimized by domestic minor sex trafficking within that year. So we ask, if you or a loved one see or know of any human trafficking crimes, or you are a victim of such crimes, please contact the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-373-7888. That again is 1-888-373-7888. Or if you are in imminent danger, call 911 or your local law enforcement agency, and help us put a stop to human trafficking.
Source of Wellness Ministries presents the Epic Marriage Conference. With excitement and passion, you can expect and prepare for a dynamic session packed with inspiring, educational, and empowering content from authors, inspirational speakers, and marriage advocates. Jason and Tinasha Gray. To increase your foundations of intimacy, passion, and commitment in your marriage, book them for your upcoming seminar, workshop, or conference. For more, visit sourceofwellness.org or email them at info@sourceofwellness.org.
Heart attacks and strokes don't stay home. So don't avoid the ER out of anxiety. Don't die of doubt. If you have an emergency, call 911. When seconds count, the hospital is the safest place to be.
Download the 106 Live Radio app from your Google Play Store. Or find us on the TuneIn app.
This discussion is made possible through the Source of Wellness Ministries. a ministry designed to promote balance between soul, spirit, body connection. At Source of Wellness, we believe optimum wellness is achievable. We encourage you to experience the difference with connection to the source.
As wellness enthusiasts, our focus is to live a well-balanced life that pleases the Lord Jesus Christ. A well-balanced life gives you direction. It keeps you on the right path that ultimately leads you to the fulfillment of your divine calling.
Our mission at Source of Wellness Ministries is to facilitate comfort, coach through wellness education, and empower you to live well, move well, and be well.
To get more information and to learn more about our ministries, who we are, our beliefs, and mission, please visit us online at sourceofwellness.org. Please email us at info@sourceofwellness.org.
Our book series and written testimony are all available on Amazon.com. We pray that you are inspired to live a full and abundant life, to aspire to wholeness and your overall health and wellness.
Hey there, Tinasha Gray here with you on this blessed day, enjoying a day like today, having the opportunity to sit and reflect about the social well-being, my social well-being, and I'm encouraging you to do the same. Just thinking about it, I can honestly say I have been graced with great friends. There's no doubt that people in my life have been sent, mostly everyone. And even if, it seems like they may not have been sent, I still value and appreciate them because they are all together. You just never know how people are working together to get you to the next leg of the journey. And for me, it's all about destiny. It's about me getting to that level whereby I am on the road to wellness. Well-balanced life happens to be my passion. That is the thing that God has placed inside my belly. Nobody can take it away. I sat down together with the Lord God, wrote this series, 7 Dimension. I thought it was going to be one book. Turned out to be 7 books, one swoop. And now I just know it's my passion, my desire to talk about this. This to me is my passion. And if you're on this wellness journey, it means that you are assisting me in getting to that destination, getting to that level. And so I want to say thank you. I appreciate you, my friends, you, my wellness enthusiasts. I appreciate each one of you guys taking good care of yourself. First of all, I appreciate you taking care of me. I appreciate the opportunity for me to pour into your life because guess what? It's a win-win. No matter how you look at it, the scenario going back and forth in relationship is a win-win. I've learned over the years that there is absolutely no healthy relationship without an investment. There is no healthy relationship without you pouring out the resource that's needed to make the relationship what it is. We have to meet each other halfway. If one person is pouring out more than the other, that's a problem. It becomes a one-way relationship, which is quite unhealthy for your success. Think about the relationships that are in your life. Find their roles and find a purpose in it. If it's good, then find ways to make it better. And if it's not good, find ways to cut it off. Over time, I believe people fall off of your life. And sometimes it doesn't happen without you actually cutting it off. So just pray about it. See what God would say about the people in your life. If you've done the assignment, which is to make your list and do the inventory. We do inventory for the pantry. We do inventory for closets. We do inventory for the things in our lives, right? Let's do it for our friendships and relationships, especially the core relationships. Who are the people that are in your life that are working towards getting you to the next level of your destiny? I'm encouraging you to do just that. It might take work, but hey, that's just the way it is. No work, no eat, no work, no play. You got to work, and you got to work at it. I say, yes, work hard, play hard, but keep Christ in the center of it all. I'll be back right after this break. Stay locked in with me right here, 106 Live Radio, the Inspiration Channel, and the Epic Radio. We'll be back shortly.
The Tinasha Gray Radio Show puts faith-based inspiration, education, and empowerment in the middle of your day on 106liveradio.com, where excitement meets diversity 24/7.
Streaming live from Atlanta to a global audience on your favorite device. From Source of Wellness Media, we are 106inspiration.com.
The Tinasha Gray Radio Show on 106 Live Radio. Experience the difference.
I keep swinging for the fences. It's like this heart is defenseless against the passion that's pumping through my veins. Blood, sweat, tears, it's a calling. And if I can't walk, then I'm crawling. It might flicker, but they can't kill the flame. I can't stop, I can't quit. It's in my heart, it's on my lips. I can't stop, no, I can't quit. It's in my heart, yeah, I'm on it. Till the wheels fall off, till the spotlight fades, I will lift your banner high. I will lift your banner high. Until the walls crash in for the rest of my days. I lay it all on the line. Till the day. To the end of the line. It's your name I glorify. It's running deeper than the ocean. This ain't religion, it's devotion. 3, 6, 5, every minute, every day. So in the middle of the madness, they can stretch me out like canvas, but I ain't ever gonna fit in their frame. I can't stop, I can't quit. It's in my heart, it's on my lips. I can't stop, no, I can't quit. It's in my heart, yeah, I'm on it. Till the wheels fall off, till the spotlight fades, I will lift your banner high. Lord, I'll lift your banner high. Until the walls crash in for the rest of my days. I lay it all on the line. Till the day. It's your name I glorify. Till I die and they put me in the coffin. Don't matter if I'm on the road or if I'm recording. Tell me what you think about me, that really ain't important. You know I'm a representative, I ain't playing, can't afford that. I only got one life, I'ma get it though. And this is not an act, not a movie, not a TV show. I don't know what quit means, I don't never take it slow. You know I'm on the grind, me and Toby in the studio. Do it for the king, what you know about that? Say you going harder, I doubt that. You say you doing work, but you asking where the couch at. How you doing work when you asking where the couch at? God is not a crutch, you can use them when you wanna. You only look to heaven when you going through some drama. And when they going through some problems, that's the only time you call them. I guess I don't understand that life. Wonder why, cause I'm all in to the day I die. Till the wheels fall off, till the spotlight fades, I will lift your banner high. Lord, I'll lift your banner high. Until the walls crash in for the rest of my days. I'll lay it all on the line. Till the day, till the day I, till the day I, till the day, till the day I, till the day I, till the day I, till the year, till the year, till the year, till the day I, till the day I, till the day I, till the day I, till the year, till the year, till the year.
It's the Tinasha Gray Radio Show, brought to you by Source of Wellness Ministries, counseling and wellness education. Live well, move well, and be well.
Tinasha Gray Show presents 40-Day Wellness Journey, powered by 106 Live Radio. Hosted by wellness coach and marriage advocate Tinasha Gray. We encourage you to tune in for some empowerment with our special guest speakers. Daily, we broadcast at 10 to 2 p.m. simulcasting on 106 Inspiration and the Epic Radio. I'm Dr. Curtis Minter. I declare in your ordinary life, you will experience extraordinary and supernatural blessings from the Lord God Almighty.
Tinasha Gray is on your radio. 106liveradio.com, where excitement meets diversity 24/7.
And we are back right here on 106 Live Radio. My pleasure, my honor to hang with you. The midday hours is the most enriching hours for me because I get to pour out. You know, so many times we fill up and we get so overwhelmed and overly filled with content. And for me, fortunately, I was able to put it all in a book. But I still, from time to time, really think a lot and gain a lot more insights on the need for core relationships, just understanding the purpose of core relationships in your life. And so Proverbs 15:22 says, without consultation and wise advice, plans are frustrated because with many counselors, they are established and succeed. Now, this is the amplified version, so we understand that when you have a lot of people around you, doesn't mean that you're getting good counsel. You still need wise counsel. You still need godly counsel. We still need individuals who are pouring into our lives the words that really trigger, because sometimes we can say a whole lot, but then we're not really saying much. If you are using the correct words for that person, you're able to break it down, maybe explain things in picture form, maybe draw diagrams. Then it really breaks down to the point where you can completely get it. You can understand what it is that that person is saying. And that helps to propel you into the next leg of your journey. Some quick introspective questions for you is, how close are you to your family and friends, even the ones in your dwelling place? How close are you to those people who you live with? Do they know you? Do they understand you? Do they know your why? Why do you wake up every day and do the things that you're doing? Do they really know? Do you know them? It's key to spend time with the people you love. And while my love language might be quiet time and quality time and significant, moments and making memories together, yours might just be gifts. And people can pile on all that gift. They can pile on the time with you. They can clock in and clock out with you. They can give you all the affirmations that you so desire, give you all the touch and the acts of kindness, and still not feel that God-sized wound in your life. But nevertheless, we do need key relationships. So who do you consider as your key partners on this journey? There are people within your families that you can look at and say, okay, you know what? My mother might be that person. My cousin, my aunt, my dad might be that person. My grandmother might be that core person in my corner when it comes to family. Well, for me, I do have a family member who's just really, really key. And cousin, that's all I'm going to say. And I do have some aunts and uncles that are amazing. I call them uncles even though they're cousins. They're that important to me. Now, when we talk about conversation, when was the last time did you actually sit and have face-to-face conversation with that person? Like we said before, it's not enough to just have a talk on the telephone or a text now and then. You have to be able to spend time with that person on a regular basis. And we understand with COVID, you do whatever works best. But remembering that face to face communication is a part of what we should be doing as human beings. It's not enough to, yell from one corner of the house to the next. Let's just go in. Like one of the things that we don't do at our home is throw things at each other or toss. Go to the person, here you are. Make the time to do that. It's a simple act, but it's an act of love. Sometimes you're so close, but you're still tossing it over the chair. I may say, can I have a bottle of water, please? And my son will go get it. He needs to walk up to me and say, here you are, versus throw the water and I catch it and we keep on going. Yeah, we could do that on the field when we're playing ball, but when we're in a family environment, we need to find key ways in which we communicate. Next question for you. Do you know your maternal side of the family and your paternal side of the family? I believe those help you. When you understand your history, where you came from, your ancestors, the family tree, you can go very far just by understanding your native roots. So, some introspective questions and some key things to ask yourself when we talk about strategies. We're also saying it's time to check the motives in your relationship. That is so important for us to know why we are in relationship with people. We may have to check the motives. Why am I truly here? Why am I truly doing this? What is the real reason behind me being in your life or you being in my life? When we scale it back, sometimes the reason and the meaning could be so trivial, so frivolous, just not important, that you can break away from that relationship and it won't really hurt you, but then again, sometimes it is such a fragile thing that the reason why, and if you figured it out, that could be the thing, the catalyst for change, the thing that takes you to the next level of your journey. If you are in someone's life, you need to be impactful. Yes, you do. You need to be influential. Yes, you do. There must be a purpose and a reason why you are there. So, do you really care about the people who are in your life or you are in their life? If you don't, for heaven's sakes, leave them alone. If you don't care about them, then move on. And if they don't care about you, shake the dust off, wash your hands, do what you got to do, but move on to the next person. Someone needs you. That I'm quite sure about, but maybe you don't need to be there. So, consider why you're there. What is it you're doing? Do you actually care about those people? Those are all things that I have written in my book. Have you been investing in your relationship? Yes. Do you see your family as dollar bills and dollar signs? You see them as such. I know for me, I don't see people as dollar bills and dollar signs. For me, it's an opportunity to unlock destinies. We can do this for individuals. And if you're missing the point of being authentic, you're missing the divine purpose in the relationship. I'm really suggesting to us, figure out what it is that we're doing. List the top 10 people who are key to your survival and to your existence, and who are the people that you're called to as well. Those are important things because you can figure out who it is that you need to hold on to and who it is you need to let go. Who are the people that are giving and who are the people that are taking? Who are the people that are pouring in and who are the people that are leeching off of you? Figure those things out and you'll find that you're going to be in a position whereby you're winning. Here's a last thought-provoking, introspective question, which leads you to a strategic understanding and outcome. Are you depending on the Lord to lead and connect you to those people? Do you know that the Lord longs to divinely orchestrate your relationship? We're talking about this story in Joshua 9. It is one of my favorite stories, actually. I can tell you about it if you would listen. Here is a key. The key is seek God, because those folks in that story, what did? They heard about Joshua and his crew, and they figured out it might be beneficial for us to be friends with them so they won't destroy us. So they pretended. That's where you got to seek God, because liars are liars day and night, night and day. They pretended. They came up with a master plan, a huge, big strategy. Was that strategy? Let's pull together some old clothes, some moldy bread, and just old shoes, tarted things, and make it look like we came from a far country, from a very far place. And then let's show up on their doorstep. Let's show up at their tent and say, we came from a long way off. Please help us. We need your help. All right. So they came, they took them in, and guess what? They found out that they were from the next door country, neighboring country. They did this whole big sabotage and make it look like they're from a far place, when in truth and in fact, they're their neighbors. Hey, we got to know who we're letting into our lives. And even when they come, know that we got to seek God for direction, because sometimes when they come, like in this story, God say, they're stuck with you. You're going to have to keep them. Cam, you formed covenant with those people. You formed a league with those folks. You married into them, their family. You can't just walk away. God is a God of covenant. He doesn't want us to just break relationships with people. That's why it's important to seek him before we form these relationships. Hey, folks get into partnerships. Folks get into bed. Folks get into, big projects together. Folks get into companionship. We get into parenting together. And not God's plan at all. Bad idea, wrong choice, total mistake. We have misjudged. And because we don't have all the wisdom like Solomon did, because we don't have all the knowledge that God does, because we don't understand every concept, it is very important to understand why we're moving in a direction, who we're moving with, if this is God's will for our life. That is so important. I cannot stress that enough. In this story in Joshua chapter 9, read it for yourself. Those people pretended. And then Joshua sought the Lord after the fact. He formed a covenant with them. My friends, if it's, the other way around, it can spare us from a lot of heartache and wound. It can spare us from a lot of, just issues, trust issues with people. So we just know that. Yeah, and sometimes you walk into a space and you meet people and you get to know them, but that doesn't mean you have to, go into partnership with them, go into a relationship, go into, different things that locks you into a covenant. A covenant is a big deal. And when we sign agreements with people, that in itself is something that we ought to take seriously. And we have to consider all these things before we form agreement and alliances. We become, associates and, business partners on the journey. Hey, these are big decisions and God needs to be a part of it. And so, thought-provoking questions, yes, that I want you to answer candidly. Take the time to figure out who are in your life and whose life are you in. If you are considering partnering relationship-wise, networking-wise, be considerate to include God in that decision. Yes, we need many counselors. We need people who can speak life into us, who may see things from a different way. And if they do, consider that too, because they are here for the purpose of adding context and adding more of a counsel so that you can get to where you need to be. Hey, I'm doing this again because 40 days is 40 days. We're on day number 16 and we're going all the way to our final destination. We are finishers. We're anointed to finish well. And that's what we're going to do on Tinasha Gray Show. Count on me to be here midday hours. As long as God spare my life, I'll find myself in my seat and do what God told me to do. Stay locked in, 106liveradio.com.
Broadcasting live from Atlanta while serving the entire globe. It's the fastest growing radio on the web. It's 106liveradio.com.
COVID-19 has changed the way we do everything.
If you have a product or service, if you own a business, 106 Live Radio is the place for you. We've got some options for you, whether it's interviews, whether it's advertising, whether it's just sharing with our listening audience what it is you do. Please contact us at advertise@106 Live Radio, and we will give you the options that will best serve you. Don't let COVID-19 destroy your business or entity. There's hope. Give us a call.
Hey friend, at Journey to Hope LLC, we know that life is moving really fast. We want you to have hope to cope and be at your best because your mental health is our greatest wealth. It affects how we think, feel, and act. A positive mental health allows you to realize your full potential, work productively, and make meaningful contributions to your family and your friends. We here at Journey to Hope join you on the Tinasha Gray Show 40-Day Wellness Journey to living a balanced life. Connect with us on Facebook, Journey to Hope LLC, and on the website, www.journeytohopellc.com. Make sure you go ahead and give us a call at 470-377-1738. Hey friend, we're here to help.
And for that we have each other. And for that we have each other.
You listen when your body says, I'm tired, or I'm hungry. What if your body said something else might be wrong? Gynecologic cancers, cervical, ovarian, and uterine cancers have symptoms, so pay attention. If your body says something may be wrong, please listen. If it goes on for 2 weeks, see a doctor. It may be nothing, but find out, learn the symptoms, get the inside knowledge about gynecologic cancers.
Human trafficking is a problem and is an equivalent to modern-day slavery. So here are some of the facts. Estimates suggest that about 50,000 people are trafficked into the U.S. each year, and between 100,000 to 300,000 children are at risk of being victimized by domestic minor sex trafficking within that year. So we ask, if you or a loved one see or know of any human trafficking crimes, or you are a victim of such crimes, please contact the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-373-7888. That again is 1-888-373-7888. Or if you are in imminent danger, call 911 or your local law enforcement agency and help us put a stop to human trafficking.
over 90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Lowering them could save you from having a stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
Heart attacks and strokes don't stay home. So don't avoid the ER out of anxiety. Don't die of doubt. If you have an emergency, call 911. When seconds count, the hospital is the safest place to be.
Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and be sure to tell everyone else.
Ladies and gentlemen.
About 106liveradio.com. Download the 106 Live Radio app from your Google Play Store. Or find us on the TuneIn app.
This discussion is made possible through the Source of Wellness Ministries,
a ministry designed to promote balance between soul, spirit, body connection. At Source of Wellness, we believe optimum wellness is achievable. We encourage you to experience the difference with connection to the source.
As wellness enthusiasts, our focus is to live a well-balanced life that pleases the Lord Jesus Christ. A well-balanced life gives you direction. It keeps you on the right path that ultimately leads you to the fulfillment of your divine calling.
Our mission at Source of Wellness Ministries is to facilitate comfort, coach through wellness education, and empower you to live well, move well, and be well.
To get more information and to learn more about our ministries, who we are, our beliefs, and mission, please visit us online at sourceofwellness.org. Please email us at info@sourceofwellness.org.
Our book series and written testimony are all available on Amazon.com. We pray that you are inspired to live a full and abundant life, to aspire to wholeness and your overall health and wellness.
Greetings to you, my fellow wellness enthusiasts. I'm Tinasha Gray, and I'm here to discuss the source of social wellness. We recognize that human beings are designed with the desire to follow God and to fellowship with Him and others. Living in a loving community helps to foster healthy interaction with others, and it is the basis on how society exists. The loving relationship you have with God will reflect in your fellowship with others. Folks, the world will always be able to identify a follower of Christ by your love for one another and by the good fruit you bear. As you know, in communion with God, the source of social wellness, you will forever walk in love, in the love of God, in spite of your current circumstances.
Wide awake while the world is sound asleep, and too afraid of what might show up while you're dreaming. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe you. And every day you try to pick up all the pieces, all the memories they somehow never leave you. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe you. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows. There's a kind of love. There's a kind of love. You keep a cover over every single secret, so afraid if someone saw them they would leave. But somebody sees you. Somebody will never leave you. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows. There's a kind of love. There's a kind of love. God only knows. There's a kind of love. There's a kind of love. For the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood and the ones to blame. What if we could start over? We could start over. We could start over. Oh, for the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood and the ones to blame. What if we could start over? We could start over. We could start over. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what to say about you. God only knows the real you. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what to say about you. God only knows where to find you. God only knows how to break through. God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows.
Got up before the alarm, sunlight replacing the stars. Finding my phone in the dark, putting my life on restart. So many places to go, asking what's best, I don't know. Each hour's an hour you make, so I know it's gonna be strange. One more day, I believe that it's gonna be all okay with you. And now I gotta breathe, I'm awake. My heart is beating for you. Your love is all I need. Another day, I'm gonna live it for you. I'm giving thanks for another day. Giving thanks for another day. Thank you for one more day. Giving thanks for another day. Giving thanks for another day. No one can tell me what's next, or just how much time I got left. Hourglass half full of sin, but I know it's all in your hands. There is no me, only yours. It's only in you I would trust. Yo, goodbye to fear and the doubt. Hello there, your love reaching out. Feeling like one more day. Wanna show that I'm gonna go all the way with you. One more love, I gotta breathe. I'm awake. My heart is beating for you. Your love is all I need. Another day, I'm gonna live it for you. I'm giving thanks for another day. Giving thanks for another day. Thank you for one more day. Giving thanks for another day. Giving thanks for another day. Thank you for one more day. I'm giving thanks for another day. Giving thanks for another day. Thank you for one more day. I'm giving thanks for another day. Giving thanks for another day. This heart, so young, it's yours, all of my days, my hours, they're yours, just yours. This heart, so young, it's yours, all of my days, my hours, they're yours, just yours. Oh, and now I gotta breathe. My heart is beating for you. Love is all I need. Another day, keep on loving me. I'm gonna live it for you. I'm giving thanks for another day. Giving thanks for another day. I just wanna thank you. I'm giving thanks for another day. Giving thanks for another day. I'm giving thanks for another day. Giving thanks for another day. I'm giving thanks for another day. Giving thanks for another day. Thank you for one more day.
Gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, oh Lord, I gotta have you. I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, oh Lord, yeah, gotta have you. Yeah. You make me as happy as I can be. Your love is a guarantee. In a world of changes, you and I together stay on my mind. You are the truth and the light. There's no other way. I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, oh Lord, I gotta have you. I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, oh Lord, gotta have you, yeah. Look at how you turn my world inside out. I'm loving what you're about. You won my faith, cause I saw when you picked my life up again and still became my best friend, yeah. Now every day I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, oh Lord, gotta have you. I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, oh Lord, hey, I gotta have you. If you take your love away from me, I don't know what I would do. Oh, no, no, no. See, there's a giant hole in my heart that can only be filled by you. Oh, only you. I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, oh Lord, gotta have you. I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, oh Lord, gotta have you. I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, oh Lord, gotta have you. I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, I gotta have you, oh Lord, gotta have you. I gotta have you. One more time, let me say, I gotta have you. Hey. I gotta have you. Oh, have you. Gotta have you. Oh, Lord. Oh, gotta have you. Yeah, yeah. Say, I gotta have you. I gotta have you. I gotta have you. I gotta have you. Oh, Lord. I gotta have you. Make some noise.
Hey, it's Kimberly with your checkpoint number 3, relationship goals. Now, don't tune out just because you hear that phrase all over social media and pop culture. Relationship goals are just building blocks toward healthy, fulfilling relationships. Goals are an idea for the future or a desired result that you can plan and achieve. A relationship is a connection, involvement, or association between people. So therefore, relationship goals are just a set of values or experiences you set to achieve future happiness. They are the desired result of connection and involvement. They are also shared growth points and core beliefs within your relationship. Yours may include communication, shared vision, safety, trust, vulnerability, and fun time spent together. Goals, by the way, are meant to enrich your life, not spur discontentment or have you getting stuck desiring what other people look like they have. By the way, community, togetherness, and relationships are God's design. We see it over and over. Like, let's see, 2 people are better than 1, for they can help each other succeed. Iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Or a person standing alone is vulnerable, but 2 people standing back to back can conquer. We see that they're planned from the beginning. How you do them also should have a plan. Learn effective communication skills and practice them. Learn to express your desires and expectations. Unmet expectations lead to bitterness and resentment, and unexpressed expectations will be unmet expectations every time. Have fun together. Share experiences. Learn their love language so you can love your friends, your spouse, your coworker the way that they feel love, not just how you want to give it. Learn how you receive love and validation so that you can more readily receive and give it. Hey, don't fake emotions or desires that aren't you, because that will only breed more resentment. Don't try to become their version of perfection. Compromise, humility, communication, consideration, vulnerability, trust, and respect. These are all mutual and individual traits within a healthy relationship. They are not to be taken or given based on behavior, and these are cornerstones that will always and forever be relationship goals. All right, stay healthy, guys.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Tina, get out of my stuff. I'm not playing, man. All right. Wait,
Joy.
you take this one? All right.
I get joy thinking about what he's done for me. I get joy thinking about what he's done for me. It's in your hands, feet, talking about what he's done for me. I get joy just thinking about what he's done for me.
Oh, how I wonder when my soul looks back, how I ever made it through my sinful, wicked past. I did everything that I thought I wanted till it